What's up, guys? So welcome back. So the OCG metagame has been, at least, yeah, the OCG banlist, that is, has been revealed a couple of, like an hour ago. And again, the list, the official list, pretty much the same as the, you know, the quote-unquote leaked list a couple of days ago. There are a couple of changes. We'll come back to them within the next couple of moments. But again, the most recent OCG metagame breakdown from Road of the King here again, quite similar as the one from past, from past week. But as you know, Dragon Link being the biggest, the most represented deck in their metagame breakdowns, right? And quickly followed by most other decks, as we see here in the TCG as well, being Thunder Dragon, Subterrors, Alder Guys, Solomon Great, Sky Striker, a very small percentage compared to the other decks, and then a small percentage of Pendulum decks, all Magicians, I have to say. But again, Dragon Link being the best and biggest deck, right, currently in the OCG. This is pre-extra pack, as you know, the past, or at least past weekend, the OCG got their new extra pack with Dangers being released, finally being released in the OCG, and the new tin promos, well, new tin promos being Nibiru, Dark Ruler No More, most notably. Again, those new cards, there are going to be, at least they are released in the OCG, so starting from this weekend, upcoming weekend, they'll be legal for play, and again, we'll see how much of an impact that will have on the current OCG metagame. But again, the new ban list, I guess, the new official ban list has been revealed for October 1st. So let's take a look, but again, won't go into super details since it's pretty much the same as a couple of days ago, with 3 cards being banned for the OCG, and you know, like these 2 cards already hitting Dragon Links like Eclipse Wyvern and Agra Pain, so basically not really killing off the Guard Dragon engine, but again, the Guard Dragon engine on its own was just far superior compared to the TCG, right? Then again, we see Pendulum decks and other decks slapping in the Guard Dragon engine, and then you know, then it's like a problem if that happens. Soul Charge again should have been banned like ages ago, but it seems that with the OCG getting, you know, Dangers, they kind of preemptively hitting the Soul Charge, I guess. But it's a hit that had to happen, I guess, matter of time. Cards going to 1, again, most cards we've already discussed in the previous video, with Wyvern Burstar, again, like a Dragon Link hit, Collapse Serpent not being hit right. We see Sayuja again, preemptively, I guess, with the Dangers, and then there have been lists popping up on Ready for Duel with like the OCG testing out Dangers, Danger FTK featuring triple Sayuja, you know, Slash Draw, etc., with them getting a Danger package. But Konami preemptively hitting or only limiting Sayuja, I guess it's fine, right? But it's something that one of the best Link 4s here with being Sayuja. Draconet as well, again, something we've discussed earlier. Mystic Mine should have happened earlier, I guess, instead of them hitting, like, let's say, well, Metaverse, first card that comes to mind, but well, whatever, right? And these last 2 cards, both Zodiac Barrage and you know, Diagram, True Draco Diagram, the field spell, both were banned, if I'm not mistaken. And maybe because of Hakai, you know, the Hakai archetype definitely relies on, you know, like you popping your own stuff, destroying your own stuff. So Konami giving back like Barrage in case of Zodiacs and True Draco Diagram is something that might hint, you know, giving back some pieces to Hakai, I guess. But yeah, these are only 2 cards and not really like searchable or at a consistent level, I have to say. So them getting back, the OCG getting back both these cards is again quite interesting. Cards going back to 2, as I mentioned before, we see Shadow Mist, again, them having triple Stratos. Shadow Mist is cute, I guess. Vision Heroes, Evil Heroes, again, quite cool. We see Scorpio again. It was limited, we know why, such a powerful card at the discard cost. Instantly can set up your fantastic Orcus combo in the TCG, but not in the OCG. You know, Nightmare Mermaid being banned, but again, multiple super polymerization search eventually, right, with the Predaplant combo. It happens. We see Lady Debug going to 2. I'm not really sure. Well, you know, Solomon Great, I think is untouched by this list. Only one, well, of course, 1 Gazelle, but triple Circle still. But them getting back 1 extra Debug, I guess it's fine. Double Slumber, we have it at 3 in the TCG. Not going to change anything. Spiral Resort, as I mentioned before, Crazy, right? With them getting back, I believe, triple drones, Hornet drone, yeah, no, triple drone indeed, spiral drone, and I believe double quick fix, if I'm not mistaken. So double resort, spiral resort. Again, interesting how this is going to affect spirals in their new format. And I'm looking at danger spirals has been going on and off in the TCG as well. Reasoning, I guess that's fine. They still have grass looks greener, right? Infernoids and other mill decks. This one, or these two weren't on the speculated list from a couple of days ago. So True Draco Face Off, again, like one of the biggest spells during the PP format, Performances and Pals. True Draco Face Off, a powerful card. This will be interesting how this is going to impact the OCG format, going back to 2 and 1-for-1 as well. Kind of an iffy card. It's a card that most of the time it's always, well, it's like always involved into shady FTK shenanigans decks, like searching that level 1. Could be something for, let's say, Infernoids, and, you know, 1-for-1 going back to 2, I guess it's fine, we'll see how that goes, right? Cards going back to 3, most of them we already have seen, but there's one small change here compared to previously, and that's Dark Arm Dragon. Who would have thought, right, ever since Teledad's era, 2007 to 2008, 2009 more, is Dark Arm Dragon going back to 3. Will it change something? Probably not, but, well, then again, because it's going back to 3 in the OCG, it's going to be more consistent of drawing into it, so we might see those Dark Turbo decks coming back, right? ABC Dragon Buster, we've discussed that, right? We've seen Cyberstein and Hyper Librarian as well. Trishula Necros Cycle, yeah, we have seen that. Limiter Removal and Solemn Strike as well. So most, pretty much this entire list, most of these cards have already been leaked a couple of days ago. But a couple of differences, like 1-for-1, like Dark Arm Dragon, True Draco, or yeah, Face Off, Draco Face Off. So quite of an interesting list, as I've mentioned before, but this is going to have like a huge impact on the OCG format. Yeah, Guard Dragons, Dragon Link are going to take a huge hit, but you know, it should have happened like, well, with this, as we see here, you know, like Dragon Link a little under 40%, and if there was no list, it definitely could have gone even beyond that, even more. So what will be the consequences for the TCG? Well, a couple of things that I'm getting here from the official OCG Banlist for October 1st is that, first of all, is Guard Dragons, especially when we will be getting our TCG Banlist, or at least our next TCG Banlist might be after YCS Ghent, right? We don't know, somewhere in October as well, but the Guard Dragon engine will finally take the X, either LP or, you know, same as in the OCG, being Aggro Pain, taking the huge hit. LP will still be very important, right? So it will still be live, but you know, a huge hit for Guard Dragons in general, or the quote-unquote Dragon Links decks as we know them here in the TCG. Other notable hits here that we could take away from the OCG Banlist is, first of all, Draconet being, you know, the one card level 5 synchro for IP, and you know, IP, I don't need to explain the whole combo and shenanigans it can pump out, multiple negations, a huge field. Doesn't really make much sense. You know why, but still, them hitting Draconet, I guess that's fine, should happen as well in the TCG. Mystic Mine as well, hitting Mystic Mine, it's like a huge degenerate card, so again, that's something that we might see in a TCG as well. Two cards here, Lady Debug is also something we might see coming back for us TCG player as well, maybe for Salomon Great. You know, Circle is at 1 in the TCG, while it's at 3 in the OCG. The small Predaplat engine, we might see that coming back as well. Some Spiral support might coming off of the list. I'm not really sure. You know, the OCG got more pieces back, and them getting Dangers as well. I don't think we'll be getting Spirals, at least you know, like support back, but yeah, it's still crazy, right? It's very close to full power in the OCG, but other cards being True Draco, of these Draco Face Off, and 1-for-1, that might happen. Again, we are in Master Rule 4, and the Pendulum mechanic taking a huge hit, and you know, the True Draco way of playing Pendulums isn't really that popular anymore. People prefer Pendulum, or you know, the Endymion package as well, over the Luster Pendulum, Master Pendulum shenanigans. As for the other cards going back to 3, well, we might see Dark Arm Dragon, well, I'm not really sure. We're talking about the TCG here, and I don't think Same for Cyberstein. Both these cards are cool at 3, but well, then again, we recently got Cyberstein back in a TCG at 1, but I'm not really sure if Konami TCG is going to put back this card at 3. Right, but I might be mistaken. We recently got back Trishula as well in the Solar Brigade, yeah, the last card here. That might be an interesting one, seeing that most players aren't really running the back row anymore. Well, bar maybe the triple Solemn Judgment, again something we got back on our most recent TCG Banlist if I'm not mistaken, but it seems a little bit overkill if you're running, if you want to run the multiple Solemn packages like Triple Judgment, Triple Strike, Triple Warning. Seems a little bit overkill, especially in such a dangerous format as we are living now, right? Like every deck, most decks can OTK or pump out like big multiple boards, and if you're going second with your multiple Solemns, that could be deadly. So again, this OCG Banlist is quite cool. There are some similarities, or there could be some similarities with our TCG Banlist as well, but one could, you know, one could dream, I guess. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a card or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.